Ever walked into a theater, watched just 5 seconds of a movie, and instantly thought, I know who directed this? That's not a fluke. It's visual authorship. Legendary directors are like painters. They don't just shoot scenes, they build emotional experiences. They speak through light, shape, rhythm, and motion. Today, we're cracking open the vault on 3 of the most stylistically distinctive directors of modern cinema. Christopher Nolan, the architect of time and scale. Greta Gerwig, the poet of naturalism and nostalgia. Wes Anderson's the king of symmetry and whimsy. Let's break down the visual DNA of each and how you can shoot like them without Hollywood budgets. Christopher Nolan, the architect of time and scale. What makes Nolan's style so powerful? Nolan's films aren't just visually stunning, they feel massive, urgent, and cerebral. His signature is philosophy meets spectacle. He plays with time, scale, and identity like puzzle pieces, wrapped in IMAX-sized intensity. Think of Inception's dream layers, Interstellar's time dilation, Tenet's entropy reversal. These aren't just plot devices, they're visual rhythms. Nolan's Cinematic Toolkit 1. IMAX cameras and wide lenses, 24 to 35 millimeters. He captures scale like few others. His IMAX frames engulf the viewer with horizontal expanses and vertical depth that dwarf characters. Pro tip: use wide lenses low to the ground for a towering effect. Think small man, big world. 2. Practical effects and real locations. Nolan detests over-reliance on CGI. He famously crashed a 747 in Tenet. His snow fortress in Inception? Built. That hallway spin? Mechanical rig. Use real-world textures, metal, dust, fog, anything the audience can almost smell. 3. Dynamic contrasts and movement. Handheld or Steadicam for action. Frenetic, immersive. Locked, symmetrical shots for dialogue. Grounded, purposeful. The balance adds a subconscious rhythm that heightens tension. 4th, non-linear cross-cutting time is a character in Nolan's work. He cross-cuts between parallel events, often in different timelines, syncing tension rather than logic. Dunkirk's 3 timelines, 3 speeds of urgency, how to shoot like Nolan. Scout open, monumental spaces, rooftops, deserts, runways. Shoot wide and low to maximize depth and perspective. Use natural or minimal lighting, daylight, practicals, flashlight beams. Design sequences with layered time structures. Let your score breathe. Pulsing, emotional, often louder than dialogue. Hans Zimmer's influence. Greta Gerwig, the poet of naturalism and nostalgia. What makes Gerwig's work so affecting? Her films feel like memories, achingly familiar, delicate, and human. Her visuals whisper, not shout. She gives us real characters in emotionally rich spaces, lit with sincerity. Lady Bird's teen rebellion, Joe March's ambition, Barbie's existential journey, all wrapped in warmth. Gerwig's Cinematic Toolkit 1. Soft, available lighting. Gerwig's DPs like Rodrigo Prieto and Barbie use soft, ambient daylight to mimic real-world illumination. No harsh contrasts, just the glow of familiarity. 2. Intimate, centered framing. Gerwig often centers characters not to control them, but to honor them. Faces hold weight. Reactions drive the emotion. Tip: push in slowly during emotional beats. Let the viewer breathe with the character. 3. Cluttered, personal production design. Every item on a Gerwig set has a story. Handwritten notes, DIY posters, books, wall cracks, mismatched mugs. These aren't just props, their biography. Fourth, vintage hues and nostalgic tones. Warm creams, washed out pinks, faded greens. Her palette looks like it came from a 1970s family album or a memory you didn't know you had. How to shoot like Gerwig. Shoot in homes, cafes, classrooms, intimate spaces with personal meaning. Use natural window light or bounce lighting for softness. Create messy sets filled with life. Handwritten notes, art, open books. Keep your camera grounded and close with slow floats or lock-offs. Color grade for warmth and texture, leaning into subtle grain or film emulation. Wes Anderson, the king of symmetry and whimsy. Why is Wes Anderson so instantly recognizable? He's the master of controlled absurdity. Every frame is a diorama, every actor a doll. His films unfold like fables, quirky, colorful, heartbreaking, and hilarious. Think of the Grand Budapest Hotel, Moonrise Kingdom, or Asteroid City. They're not just films, they're stage plays, paintings, and comic books all rolled into one. Anderson's Cinematic Toolkit 1. Perfect symmetry. Every shot is balanced with clockwork precision. Backgrounds mirror left and right. Characters are centered like art pieces. Second, flat staging and planimetric composition. Everything faces the lens directly. Camera pans are 90 degrees or 180 degrees. No handheld, no tilt-ups. The world becomes a stage, not a window. 3. Hyper-stylized color palettes. Mustard yellows, seafoam greens, pale pinks, burnt oranges. Anderson chooses colors like a visual poet. Precise whip pans, snap zooms, dollies. His movements are like choreography, calculated, stylized, rhythmically funny. Whip to a reaction, snap zoom into shock, side dolly across 5 characters. How to shoot like Anderson. Frame everything dead center with obsessive symmetry. Use consistent repeating colors in wardrobe, props, and lighting. Move your camera only horizontally or vertically and always on rails. Use titles, labels, illustrated maps, or typewriter fonts to present information. Direct actors to underplay emotion for dry, offbeat comedy. Scene challenge examples. A Nolan-inspired scene. Scene, a memory haunting a detective during a rooftop chase. Setup. Shoot at dawn, wide-angle lens, use real location. Execution. Cut between present-day chase and fragmented childhood memory. Audio. Use ticking clock SFX and slow reveal musical crescendos. A Gerwig-inspired scene. Scene. 2 friends in a kitchen at sunset, sharing a secret. Setup. Use window light, handheld camera. Decor. Fridge magnets, half-washed dishes, sticky notes on corkboard. Focus. Push in gently on emotional beats. Grade warm and earthy. An Anderson-inspired scene. Scene. A lost boy explaining his made-up country to a school principal. Setup. Wide static shot, bold color costumes, centered furniture. Props. Hand-drawn flags, labeled maps, mechanical globe. Motion. Dolly to the boy, snap zoom to principal's reaction. Final takeaway. Don't copy. Translate shooting like a director isn't about imitation. It's about interpretation. Learn their visual logic, not just their lens choice. Understand the emotions their frames evoke. Discover how color, symmetry, chaos, or intimacy can serve your story. Because ultimately, what separates a good filmmaker from a great one isn't their gear. It's their intention. The best directors don't just film people, they build worlds, one frame at a time.